Good evening,
Good evening.
disciples of divine light, and all who desire to understand the importance of union in God, the importance of the unity field of beingness that each one may access within the universal spirit of the one God. Truly, in this era, many around the world are making new connections with one another through the internet and through social media. And this affords all an opportunity to understand the dynamics of the interconnectedness of all life, of how important it is to embrace all cultures and peoples as a part of one universal spirit, one united being. As your Lanello, I come before you to infuse each of you with my light energy and my love for just who you are, as a son or daughter of God. You are truly beloved of God for just who you are now. And even though each of you desires to be more godly, more rich in spirit, and to feel the divine light ever flowing within you, please know, dearest hearts, that because you are cherished by God in God's infinite beingness and eternal love, you are also cherished by every ascended master, both in your human personality with its foibles and idiosyncrasies, and within your true self, as you shine forth that light consciously each day. You have asked us to comment on the secession movement of the Catalans within the northeastern region of Spain, of which Barcelona is a part, and of course the major metropolis of this region. Some of you are concerned with what is transpiring, and even the sense of division that has occurred, where some are making the move for a separate nation to manifest away from the mother, Spain herself. As you know, this movement has occurred in the past and has not yet resulted in two nations. We ask the question of the peoples of Catalonia: would you be better separate from España than one people, both spiritually, economically, and physically? Would you be better socially to have your own region separated from Madrid and the other peoples of the great nation of Spain? Many consider that there are so many reasons to separate out, and especially more economic freedom and opportunity. And yet, the deeper issues behind this movement should be addressed concerning the spiritual path and what separation may mean socially, within your families and communities, and economically as a whole. There are many movements that have occurred in the past in other regions of the earth which have indeed resulted in people separating out from the culture in which they have been born to seek economic and religious freedom. And the United States of America is one such nation that emerged because of the lack of freedom of choice, of religion, and of economic opportunity. Yet you even see within these United States of America 50 states or separate regions with their individual leadership and state congresses, bipartisan, both a Senate and a House of Representatives in each, within the greater union of the United States. And there has always been an interesting interplay between the sovereign states and the nation as a whole. Though you may not have this many specific regions within Spain with their individual identities and concerns, yet this major region of Catalan is one in which you live, move, and have your being. You have been born into this culture or migrated here, and you feel as a people invested in what your culture represents, what the essence of the peoples that now live here is, and how you can move forward to address the major issues at hand, especially those of your economy, which have in recent years been quite strenuous for you to experience and deal with. The Ascended Masters always look far into the future to consider every reason at play, the individual parties behind various social, economic, and political movements. And we return to an understanding of the unity of all peoples worldwide under the great banner of the angel Micah, and within the universal white brotherhood that recognizes all peoples as originating from one source, all nations coming from the seed of the original blueprint of the Manus set forth within their root races, giving birth upon earth of both the individual spirit spark radiance of the peoples evolving within these root races, and yet also that divine seed within the heart of every individual life stream. Whether the peoples of Catalan vote ultimately to secede or not, what is of further interest to us is their spiritual lives. Are they making progress in their self-realization? Is there freedom to choose the higher walk with God, inviolate within the standards of the political and economic system? If there is this dynamic manifest, then we champion freedom and true liberty to pursue the higher walk with God. As souls are called to pursue it. And we champion those who stand for the ultimate destiny of their union with God at all human costs and beyond the limitations of individual cultures and peoples. Now this outer manifestation of this secession movement could also represent, dearest ones, in a sense, the schism between and within, between the components of your own self and within your own being. Are you always being true to your eternal nature? Is there something playing out in your world whereby you are divided within yourself? Consider this within this greater dynamic. And if you find elements that are not true to your one purpose, to fulfill God's plan within your life, to realize your eternal nature through union with God, then consider what must be done within your life to unify all fields and streams of awareness for your ultimate liberation. And consider also how your integrated self within your Buddha nature is the key to your ultimate destiny of union with God. You see, the outer circumstances of your lives, in one sense, always represent something deeper that is occurring within you. And when you can reconcile these, then the outer manifestation around you of your world is illuminated by light, and you move into a new stream of awareness, fully free in God to pursue your highest walk and path of light. Now, blessed hearts, we use this opportunity to also stream forth great love throughout Europe, into the European Union, and also within those nations that are not currently a part of it. Claire Delis and I move heaven and earth this day to make progress on behalf of the Universal White Brotherhood, to contact specific souls whose time has come to pursue God in a more than ordinary way, through devotion and praise, through thanksgiving, and the deeper search within for that God identity. Blaze forth a light from the central sun throughout Europe now, through these hearts in Barcelona, upturned toward Thee, O God, sacred in their resolve to save sentient beings and to liberate many souls. Use them as electrodes of light now for this divine power, wisdom, and love to flow through them, to succor life, to balance all, and to comfort thousands through their givingness and through their love. Through the alchemy of this cosmic configuration of light that we perfuse throughout Europe, there is an awakening, even if only now within the subconscious of many souls. And in future months and years, when you have various teachings translated into the Spanish language, you will find many new heart friends coming to you, whom you can nurture with your love and with the teaching. And the joy that you will experience as the Holy Spirit works through each of you, as a teacher, as a presenter, as an advocate, will be great. And you, each one, will be lifted up in spirit as you refresh others with God's love, and as you, in turn, are refreshed in that spiritual fire and divine radiance. Claire de Lys now stands in Madrid, even as I stand over the great city of Barcelona. And we ray forth through our twin flames an action of light that will harmonize all emotional frequencies as best as we are able, by God's grace, to so allow it. And there is an action of Micah with his beloved unity now over Spain, that is great, dearest ones, an answer to your prayers and the concerns of your heart. And in fact now, the 7 archangels and their archai also stand in the atmosphere high above this nation with the archangels and archai of the 5 crystal rays. And there is an infusion of light throughout the nation, and a cosmic activity of intercession and mediation that occurs by archangelic love. You see, dearest hearts, because you have been obedient to our request weekly to give the Rosary of Divine Quintessence, God has answered, and there is a restoration of peace, of blessedness, and of grace for the entire nation of España through your hearts. This is the work of the spiritual initiates, whom you are, whom we recognize and applaud. God is great. God is one. God is love. My beloved friends, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your givingness. In unity we win, ever and always. Invictus, we are one.